I saw this movie twice, Thursday opening night and then the following day. And both times I had a lot of fun. It's an enjoyable movie. Uh, but y'all might get a bit mad at me because I have some issues with this movie, particularly with the conclusion, some questions there, and it's the reason why I gave it a 3 out of 5 on Letterboxd. But let's get into it. Hello, everyone. My name is Max Aaron James. This is a review of the movie Sinners, written and directed by Ryan Coogler. This movie is about twin brothers who return from Chicago after working for supposedly Al Capone to Mississippi, Clarksdale, Mississippi, specifically in 1932, Jim Crow era, and they plan to throw a get together, start their own juke joint, and invite some people over to have this event. Without telling too much more, some unwanted people show up, specifically vampires. And so now they must fight to survive and make it to dawn. Ryan Coogler is 5 for 5 for me. And, you know, from Fruitvale Station to Creed to Black Panther to Wakanda Forever, now we have Sinners. He hasn't missed. This is probably the most entertaining movie for me from Ryan Coogler. And again, I enjoyed myself watching it twice, and I would be willing to watch it again in theaters this week. This movie had some interesting and compelling concepts and very entertaining build up to the final act. Very interesting character relationships. I love the character development. Some of the best I've seen from Coogler. The dynamics. This is very much, it relies heavily on the character relationships, and it was very entertaining. I enjoyed learning about each character, their dynamic with other characters, and how every character interacted. Each actor was able to contribute something unique to their character, which made this world very much fleshed out, and I enjoyed exploring this world that they were a part of. I love the aesthetic. The set design is incredible, and this movie is very ambitious and reaches for the stars for the climax. I just do not think it really delivered on what it was hoping for. And that's not to say it was necessarily bad. I just was a bit underwhelmed with the final action scene. Or it wasn't even the final action scene. I guess the climax with the main antagonist of this movie. I also did not like so much that the climax wasn't the final big event in the movie. We had another one that followed it, and I don't think, and maybe that did not take away for it for most people. I'm sure it did not, because it still looked incredibly cinematic. It just did not do so much for me, and I felt I wanted more, or I did want more from the climax. I also had some questions in regards to some choices made by a couple characters that made me curious, and it felt bit convenient for the sake of the story, or not even convenient, just the story told them to do something. But those were maybe two things, and it's not a big deal, not much necessarily that takes away from the entire story. We explore the idea of the devil's music, how genres are often seen as deviations from God, and colonization and appropriation. It's Mississippi during the Jim Crow era. They briefly hint for a couple times about religion and how it has been thrust upon people, black people, the enslaved people, and there are other, what I said earlier, things that are presented here, and I think Ryan Coogler, it does beautiful at being able to layer his stories without them feeling convoluted or messy or deviating from the main plot. I love the conflicts, the diverse personalities, the journey of the characters up to what the finale. And the ending was great, especially with the mid credit scene and even the after credit scene. It's amazing. So I want to make some corrections in regard to this video. The ending was not great. It was good. I think when making this video, I was still coming down from the high of watching the movie, especially twice, like I think many other people are, because I feel like this movie, Ryan Coogler deserves the attention he's getting. I think the movie is just so entertaining and such a wonderful experience to watch, especially in theaters on Dolby or IMAX screens. But the more I let it settle, the more questions I have that are related to the story and choices that some characters made. And So I know not all questions need to be answered when watching something, but I feel that these are necessary for some stuff to make sense to me. Talking about all the themes, I did write a lot of them down, and I'm talking about them a bit, but I didn't want to explore all of them or the ones that I caught or the way I saw certain things, because there are, by the time you watch this video, thousands thousands of takes on things, thousands of interpretations. Some are reaches, some are assumptions, some are pretty good and well educated. And I just decided I'm not jumping into all of this, and I'm just going to say how I feel about the movie, and that is it. Ryan Coogler is showing me that he really thinks his stories through, which makes me want to be a better writer and do more with my writing and put more time into not just writing the story, but building this and crafting these characters in this world. The movie had a very impressive opening weekend, surpassing expectations. Ryan Coogler deserves it. He's proven over and over again that he's able to deliver an entertaining and enjoyable film with a compelling concept and themes and ideas and really good characters. Anyway, until next time, y'all take care of each other, check up on one another, make sure you check up on yourself, and remember, potential has no limit.